So what have you got to do to keep your plant looking like this and not looking like this? Well, in this video, I want to go over the full care guide for the peace lily and how you can keep the flowers coming back for a long time to come. What we're seeing here is a lily that's suffering from severe dehydration, likely caused by underwatering or root damage. The soil looks extremely dry, compacted, and dusty, which prevents the roots from absorbing the moisture they need to keep the stems turgid and upright. The root system itself is extremely dry, compacted, and choked by hard, dusty soil. Because the dirt has dried into a tight, solid block around the roots, water can't actually penetrate it to hydrate the plant. Instead, any water poured on top likely just ran straight down the sides of the pot without ever touching the root core. To save this plant, you need to loosen and remove this hardened dirt from the roots. Using a pair of pruning shears, we're going to trim off any bad parts of the plant, from the roots all the way to the leaves. Any root that's dried out, brittle, or dead, it goes. Any leaf that's turned brown and crispy beyond saving, it goes too. We want to strip this plant back to just the healthy parts, so all of its energy can go toward recovery, instead of trying to keep dead tissue alive. Once the trimming is done, we're going to wash the plant thoroughly, using a gentle water hose spray. Work through the roots carefully and rinse away all that dry, compacted soil clinging to them. Take your time with this part. You want the roots as clean as possible. Next, fill a container with clean water, because we're going to rinse the entire plant in it, making sure everything is fully submerged. This makes sure that any last bit of dried, compacted dirt still clinging to the roots gets completely washed away, leaving nothing behind but clean, bare roots ready to absorb what we give them next. While we let that soak, let's get our main solution ready. Start by filling another container with water. Then add in a teaspoon of honey. Honey is a natural antibacterial, and it's going to give this plant a much-needed boost of energy right when it needs it most. With the solution ready, we're going to give the lily another rinse, but this time only the upper half of the plant. This is where the plant gets fed directly through the foliage, helping bring some of that life and color back into the leaves. Moving on to the last solution we're going to be making, and it starts, once again, by filling a container with water, but this time, it's hot water. This time, we're going to add in a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful natural antifungal and antibacterial compound. And using hot water here helps release those active properties much faster than cold water would. We're going to let that steep for roughly an hour. After around an hour, go ahead and start straining the solution, filtering out any leftover turmeric powder until all you're left with is that clean, deep golden liquid. This is the good stuff, packed with everything the roots need to fight off any lingering bacteria or fungus as the plant starts to recover. And this is going to be the last rinse with our solutions, because yes, we're going to rinse the lower half of the plant into this turmeric solution. Let the roots sit in there and really soak it up. This is where that antifungal protection goes to work, right where the plant needs it most, after everything it's just been through. After 30 minutes, take the plant out, and you can already start to see changes in the plant. take a soft tissue and give it a gentle wipe down, making sure everything stays moist, not wet. We don't want any water pooling in the crevices. We just want that thin layer of turmeric goodness left on the surface. What I have here is a potting mix, consisting of dirt, sand, and rice hulls, all mixed together. The goal here is to create something that holds a bit of moisture, but still drains freely and lets air reach the roots. Peace lilies aren't quite as strict as orchids, but they still hate sitting in dense, waterlogged soil. So this mix gives us the best of both worlds. Good structure, good drainage, and just enough retention to keep the roots happy. With the potting mix ready, we're going to start filling it into the pot. Once you're about halfway, carefully position the plant in the center, making sure it's sitting upright and straight, not leaning to one side. This matters more than people think, because if the plant settles in crooked now, it'll keep growing that way, and you'll be fighting against it for months. Once you're happy with the position, hold it steady and begin filling in the rest of the mix around the roots. Gently pack it in as you go, just enough to hold everything secure and upright, but don't press down too hard. And finally, we're going to give it a basic watering, just enough to settle the mix around the roots and let everything make good contact. From here, it's really just about patience, keeping it in a spot with bright, indirect light and letting time do its thing. After 4 weeks of caring for it, what started out as a completely dying lily is now standing perfectly upright on its own with no support needed. And that alone tells you something important. It means the root system has recovered enough to actually pull water back up through the stems again. That's the whole battle right there. The leaves have gone from limp and crispy to vibrant, glossy, and genuinely healthy looking. There's real color back in them now. And if you look closely at the surface of the pot, you can see the fresh potting mix we made with those rice hulls sitting right there at the top, doing exactly what they're supposed to do, keeping this whole mix aerated, well-drained, and just moist enough for the roots to thrive in. Now, this is where we're going to bring back that same turmeric solution, because the story doesn't just stop here. Recovery is one thing, but keeping this plant thriving long-term is a whole different job. So going forward, we're going to keep using that same golden turmeric mixture, not as a rescue remedy this time, but as an ongoing part of its regular care. Once every couple of weeks, I'll water the base with a small amount of that solution. just enough to keep feeding the roots and keep any lingering bacteria or fungus from ever getting a foothold again. It's the same simple ingredient, doing the same simple job, just now it's about maintenance instead of emergency recovery. After 1 month of this ongoing routine, the difference really speaks for itself. New leaves are pushing through, each one slightly bigger and glossier than the last, and the color is deep and even across the whole plant. None of that dull, washed-out look it had before. The plant has that fuller, bushier shape now, instead of just a few lonely stems trying to hold themselves up. And if you gently check around the base, you'll notice new root growth pressing right up against the sides of the pot, which is exactly the sign you want to see. It means the plant isn't just surviving anymore, it's actually settling in and thriving. Even the soil looks healthier, staying evenly moist without ever turning soggy, which tells you the whole system, roots, mix, and drainage, is finally working together the way it should. And there you have it. From a lily that was completely dried out, drooping, and honestly looking like it was already gone, back to full health in just a matter of weeks. If this helped you out, drop a like, subscribe for more plant care videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.